Hi, good day. This is Miss LM and we're back again for another math video, and today we're going to talk about inductive reasoning. So in this video, you are going to know the definition of inductive reasoning and when can we use this kind of reasoning. But before that, let us have this activity first. Learning task 1A. Answer the following problems. Number 1. Look carefully at the figures. What is next? Where do you think the shaded region will be? That is lower left portion. Number 2. Study the pattern and draw the next figure. So for this one, we only have one dot or one circle. Here we have 3 circles. Here we have 6 circles. And how many circles would there be on our next figure? So there are 10. So parang gumagawa tayo ng pyramid, right? From the pattern itself. Number 3, my math teacher is strict. My previous math teacher was strict. What can you say about all math teachers? From these given statements, what can you say about all math teachers? So we can say that all math teachers are strict. Okay, number 4. We have here 1 times 10 is 10, 2 times 10 is 20, 3 times 10 is 30, 5 times 10 is 50, 24 times 10 is 240. What will be 2,345 times 10? So we can say that it is 23,450. Not by multiplying it by 10, but just putting 0 at the end of the digits. Last item, we have number 5. Every time Jackie visits her doctor, she receives excellent services. With this, she believes that her doctor is excellent. Okay? Dahil nga nakaka-receive siya ng excellent services, masasabi natin na ang kanyang doctor ay excellent. So, how did you arrive at your answers? What did you look for to have your answers? That leads to our topic for today, which is inductive reasoning. So, based from our activity a while ago, naka-arrive tayo sa final answer by observation only. That means gumamit tayo ng bottom-up approach or we look at the specific examples bago tayo nagkaroon ng general conclusion. Again, tingnan natin muna kung ano yung pattern dun sa examples na nauna bago tayo naka-arrive sa ating final answer. So, that means it is inductive reasoning. It is the process of gathering specific information, usually through observation and measurement, and then making conjecture based on the gathered information. Nagkaroon tayo ng specific information based from our examples, and then dun tayo naggawa ng ating conclusion, or the term is conjecture. Conjecture is a conclusion made from observing data. It may or may not be true. So, possible din daw po na hindi maging true yung ating conjecture. Now, let us have few more examples here. Let's look at this example. So, what can you say about our numbers or addends here? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. What kind of numbers are they? So, they are odd numbers, right? And 2n minus 1 signifies that our number is an odd number. It's either 2n minus 1 or 2n plus 1. Pareho po yun na odd number ang ibig sabihin niya. Now, I know you can add it using your calculator, but we are asking for the conjecture or conclusion. Paano nga ba tayo makakapag-form ng conclusion kapag madami na tayong odd numbers na i-add? So, iisa-isahin pa ba natin? So, let's look at the given odd numbers here. So, 1 is equals to 1. And then we have 1 plus 3 is equals to 4. How many odd numbers are there here? So, ilan nga ba yung odd numbers natin na yan? Meron tayong dalawang odd numbers. Dito po, 1, 3, and 5 is equals to 9. So, magkakasunod sila, consecutive odd numbers sila, at ilan sila? 3. Dito, ilan sila? We have 4 odd numbers. Here, we have 5 odd numbers. And ito nga po ay depende kung ilan yung hihingin sa atin. So, what if madami? Alangan namang i-add natin yun ng i-add hanggang sa maka-arrive tayo at that answer. So, meron ba kayong napansin na pattern? 2 yung ating odd numbers and then 4 yung naging sagot. Dito naman, 3 yung odd numbers natin, then 9 yung naging sagot. Then we have here 4 odd numbers na ating inia-add and then 16 yung sagot. What will be the answer if we add these 5 odd numbers? So 1, 4, 9, 16, ano yung nakita nyong pattern? Sabi dyan, observe that the sum is the square of the number of odd numbers being added. Square. So like here, 2 squared. Ano ba yung 2 squared? That means 2 times 2 which is equals to 4. Meron tayong 3 squared. 3 times 3 is equals to 9. Then, dito naman, meron tayong 4 na odd numbers and 4 squared is equals to 16. So, what will be the answer here? Meron tayong 5 odd numbers at ang 5 squared ay equals sa 25. From the pattern observed, we can make this conjecture. The sum of the first n odd numbers is in n squared. When we say first n, consecutive siya, yung mga nauuna natin or magkakasunod na odd numbers. And then, pwede rin naman na itong nasa last na equation natin, And ang ating answer dun ay n squared nga po dahil yun yung nakuha nating pattern. 1 plus 3 plus 5 up to the consecutive odd numbers, the answer is n squared. So, halimbawa, meron tayong 10 magkakasunod na odd numbers dyan. So, gagawin lang natin is 10 squared. What will be 10 squared? And that is 100. Okay? So, that's for our example number 1. Now, let's have our example number 2. Look at the following mathematical statements. So, meron ulit tayong 1 and 3, 5 and 7, 3 and 9. So, what kind of numbers are they? So, they are odd numbers, right? How about yung kanilang sum? 4, 12, 12, 18, 22, 36, 36, 50. So, they are divisible by 2 or anong tawag natin dito sa ganitong mga numbers? So, yung atin namang sum ay tinatawag nating even numbers. So, what will be our conjecture here? We can say that the sum of two odd numbers is an even number. So, kapag meron daw tayong dalawang odd numbers na pinag-add, ang sagot daw natin dyan ay even number. So, we can say that this conjecture is true or also false once na meron tayong mahanap na counter-example. Now, let's have our example number 3. Okay, so we have here these statements. A visitor happened to pass by your classroom and observed 2 of your classmates walking around the room, 5 sleeping and another 3 just talking to each other. He goes on to conclude that, tingin nyo, anong masasabi ng visitor nung nakadaan siya dun sa classroom na yon? He can conclude that your class is lousy and unruly. So, kayo ay mga pasaway. Ano po? Hindi kayo sumusunod sa rules sa loob ng classroom. So, yan yung dapat nating iwasan, lalo na kapag may visitor tayo. And also, kahit nasa online class tayo ngayon, during the synchronous period, anytime po ay pwede tayong magkaroon ng visitors. So, better po na sundin natin yung rules and regulations. Okay? So, ano ba yung importanteng rules and regulation natin? Number 1 is to turn on your cameras during our synchronous period and also mute natin yung mic natin kung hindi naman tayo tinatanong. We can also use the chat box kung meron tayong tanong or we can raise our hand if meron kayong gustong sabihin, right? So again, kahit nasa synchronous class tayo or online classroom tayo, kailangan pa rin pong maging masunurin sa ating rules and regulation. Okay, so let's have our fourth example and let us read this first. Inductive reasoning is practical way to make conjectures but not full proof. Okay? So, not full proof daw po ang inductive reasoning because there are tendencies na based from our observations, magkamali pa rin yung ating conjectures. So, maging false yung ating maging conclusion. Okay? So, let's have this example para malaman natin kung bakit nga ba not full proof ang isang inductive reasoning. So, here we have this circle and a point. And from this circle and a point, meron tayong isang region. So, when we say region, is etong area. Ano po? So, 1 point, 1 region. Okay? Next, kapag may 2 points, how many region do we have? We have here 1 and then 2. So, there are 2 regions if we have 2 points. If we have 3 points, how many regions? So, count natin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? There are 4 regions if we have 3 points here. Now, for 4 points, ilang region po yung mabubuo? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 regions from our 4 points. Kapag 5 points naman po, ilang regions kaya yung ma-form? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So, there are 16 regions if we have 5 points. But how about if we have 6 points? How many regions kaya yung ma-form natin kapag meron tayong 6 points? Yun yung tanong ngayon. And if we are going to observe the answers, we have 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. Di po ba meron tayong makukuhang pattern? 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. If we're just going to look at the result of the regions here, masasabi natin na times 2 lang naman yan, di ba? So, 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 16 times 2 is 32. So, we're going to assume and we're going to make conjecture that this is 32. And yung ating conjecture is that the number of region multiply by 2, that will be the region. Di po ba? But, kung titingnan natin, magkakaroon tayo ng counter-example or our conjectures will be false. Why? And try nating lagyan ng mga line itong points na to. So, if we're going to count how many regions yung na-form, kailangan hindi siya maging 32. Ano po? Kailangan mas mababa siya or mas madami para masabi na yung conjecture natin ay mali. Let's try to count the regions from this circle. Okay, so let's count. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. This one is 28, 29, 30, and 31. So, this means that our conjecture is false. Kaya nga po tinawag na not foolproof ang isang inductive reasoning. Kasi based from observation, kagaya niyan, 4 na yung examples natin bago tayo naka-arrive dito sa 6 points. Kaya nakapag-conclude tayo na times 2 lang naman yan. Pero kung titingnan nating maigi at tayo mismo yung magdodraw nung points at nung lines, masasabi natin na hindi naman yan 32 regions. At ilan po yung tamang number of regions for this example? So, ang correct po is 31 regions only, okay? So, again, tandaan, inductive reasoning, yes, it is practical, pero hindi siya palaging true, okay? So, let's proceed to another example, and our last example, number 5. Every prime number is an odd number. So, this is our conjecture. So, halimbawa daw po, at ito yung conjecture natin, masasabi ba natin na ito yung true? Lahat ba ng prime number is odd number? The correct answer is no. And meron tayong nag-iisang prime number na hindi odd number, and that is 2. 2 is a prime number, but it is an even number. So, that means itong conjecture na to based from example or observation is not true. Okay? Another. So, any two complementary angles or angles that sum to 90 degrees are not congruent. Hindi daw po congruent ang two complementary angles. Meron ba tayong dalawang angle na congruent at kapag pinag-add ay 90 degrees para masabi natin na false itong ating conjecture? So, meron, di po ba? Meron tayong 45 plus 45. And yung 45 plus 45 na yun, congruent sila. So, our conjecture number 5 ay false na naman. Kasi hindi naman lahat ng dalawang complementary angles ay hindi congruent. Meron pa rin tayong natitira na congruent, which is itong 45 and 45. So, again, tandaan po, inductive reasoning are used to form a conjecture based from the observation only. So, dahil nga base lang siya sa observation, there are tendencies na maging false siya. And yun po yung sinasabi natin kapag meron pa tayong nahahanap na counter-example. So, pag sinabing counter-example, this helps us to know whether the given conjecture or conclusion is false or true. So, speaking mathematically, always say exactly what you mean in making a conjecture. Use the terms all, some, none, or no very carefully. So, these are some of the examples kung saan tama yung paggamit ng all, ng some, and ng no. Kapag gumamit tayo ng maling term, magiging false na yung conjecture natin. Okay? So, another thing is this trivia. The list of militias from 625 BC to 547 BC is a known Greek philosopher, scientist, and mathematician. He is credited with 5 theorems of elementary geometry. He was well known for supporting his discoveries with logical reasoning. And we also have Pythagoras, who is a student of Thales, who continued the traditional of building arguments to support his conclusions. And also we have Plato, which is Pythagoras' student, also built on logical reasoning to establish new discoveries. Okay? So that ends our lesson for today about inductive reasoning, and I hope you learned something from this video. Huwag niyo pong kalimutang mag-subscribe, mag-like, at mag-share nitong video. Comment na rin kayo kung ano yung natutunan nyo from this lesson. Okay? Bye-bye! God bless and keep safe, everyone!